Have you ever spent your day tirelessly clicking away at cows, hoping you'll get a little bit of that sweet, sweet loot? Well, no more, guys, because I'm going to show you how to turn this into this. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Char, and welcome back to another episode of SKYBLOCK here on Cosmic Sky. You guys already know. Wait, why is the chest here? I've never seen this. Peanuts cookie crafting set. Okay, you know what? I'm going to question it. You keep going, Peanut. I love you, dude. But seriously, guys, welcome back to another freaking episode of Cosmic Sky. I know I haven't been the best on the uploads this week, and I'm gonna be real with you. It's been a busy week, you know. I finally, guys, you need to understand how excited I am about this, because for those of you who don't know, take it back to like 2.5 months ago, right? Just a quick story time in the middle at the start of the episode, but I promise we'll build the cows more, alright? I'm gonna try and talk for like no more than like 2 minutes. I mean, you don't want to hear it, then skip, you know, skip to when I build it. Hey guys, I'm just pausing the video really quick just to say that the update literally dropped mid-recording. So I just wanted to preface this video at the start by saying if you guys would consider using code Char in your purchases today, it would mean so much to me. There's a 3x loot box bundle in the store as always with one of the brand new pets, so that is definitely something that I'm looking to pick up this weekend. But there is actually a 40% sale on as well, so if you're thinking of picking up a rank, any of the loot boxes, if you guys do put code Char in the box, it's free. Whether you use it or not, it doesn't make a difference other than the fact that it directly supports me and helps me out. So if you do like my content, you want to see more from me and allow me to keep doing this as a job, then it really would mean a lot if you would consider using it on this update weekend. Thanks so much, guys, and I hope you enjoyed today's episode. So 2.5 months ago, I sent my my current graphics card, well, it's not actually the current one, but anyway, I sent my graphics card back. I had a GTX 1080 in this computer. I bought it like last year in the summer, so when I actually sent this back, it was like 7 months old or something, so it was really not that old at all. Like, it should not have had problems. So I sent it back to the company who sold me it. They spent like, I mean, I'm just gonna make it long story short, like, they like messed me around for like 2 months and didn't do anything about it. They told me they were looking at it on certain days and hadn't looked at it. They told me that there was nothing wrong with it, and then they sent it me back, so I sent it them back with a video proving there was something wrong with it, and then they said, oh yeah, sorry, yeah, there is something wrong with it. And like, it was like 2 months of trying to stop them from scamming me, essentially. I may even make a full-on story time about this, like a video about it, because it's kind of actually wild how much went on. Like 15 phone calls later and everything, like 15 email chains with some woman called Cheryl from Complaints. I'm not even joking. I'm so glad I'm never gonna have to email Cheryl from Complaints again for the rest of my life, because I'm never buying from this company again. So funnily enough, I gave up on the company who sold me it because they literally were doing nothing about it, right? They just did not want to accept responsibility for it. So I actually, out of all things, tweeted the manufacturer, obviously on Twitter because it's a tweet. So I tweeted the manufacturer, and then they got me in contact with their returns and repair team, and I spent like probably like under a month, probably like something like that, contacting them. I mean, they collected it quickly. You know, they tested it, you know, did everything they could. They even sent me videos to show me that, like, when I've basically they've replaced it. So I have a new one. I have a new GTX 1080. God, it's been a while. If you guys don't know, I've been using my 960, my old graphics card, for like 2.5 months. And when I step in the Sovereign Spawn of prisons, it is so freaking laggy, dude. I mean, like, everyone lags on the Sovereign Spawn because there's so many people, but you know what I mean. But anyway, so I'm just gonna round it off at, they gave me a new graphics card, and it's, you know, I spent 2 months of the 2.5 months talking to the seller, and they messed me around, and I contacted the manufacturer, and they sent me videos to show me that there was nothing wrong with this one before they sent it. They replaced it, and they got it sent back to me probably within like 2.5 weeks. No, that's not bad considering I had to get there, come back, and they had to look into it properly, which I don't mind if they're actually going to tell me there's something wrong and look into it, you know. So here we are, we have the new graphics card. It's actually feeling good again, you know. I'm back on my, it feels like I'm back on my computer again. Like, it feels for real. Like, it's, you know, I've had to change settings in all my favorite games. It's been a palaver, but that is my story time. So, you know, you're welcome. I give you a rant at the beginning of my video because that's the kind of content you sub for, alright? That's the content you're here for. No, it's not. But let's build this cow grinder, because I'm actually going to get into why these are pretty decent, or at least why I think they're still pretty decent. I know they're not the best compared to how they were, but I mean, I feel like, you know, you could still make one of these pretty easily at a low level and make a little bit of extra cash while you're not here. I mean, come on, it's free money. If you're going to AFK it, like, you're going to make money. It's better than you doing nothing. So essentially, guys, this is the, like, barbecue machine that is basically cooking up my cows. So what's happening is this is basically on a redstone clock. As you can see, it's going around at pretty slow speeds, and what is happening is this water is flowing in and flowing out at certain times. Now, the reason this is doing this is because now, if you have a low amount of spawners, this is why this machine is perfect for you, because if I show you back to the Mark 1 machine that we had, and I'll explain how the Mark 2 machine came about properly in a second. But if you, I mean, this is a pretty destroyed one. So the Mark 1 machine was literally, you know, like this. We had spawners in this box. We had a dispenser that was doing the same thing. It was spitting water out, but it wasn't on a clock, right? We just had it set so that you come here, you know, you let the cows spawn. There's enough spawners to where the stack will never despawn, and you just AFK here, right? And you flick the dispenser on, you push the cows, and they're gonna die on the magma block, and the loot obviously goes into the chest. So that was the Mark 1 machine. It wasn't really automated per se. If for some reason the server rebooted and the cows unstacked or something like that, or if the cows just unstacked, I mean, if they ever died, which they wouldn't, because you had so many spawners, then, you know, it would just keep going for as long as you're there for. But the only downside to this is obviously to keep that stack pretty much always going and never have the potential to ever die is that you'd have to use a ridiculous amount of spawners. Now, obviously, you can actually build one of these machines per chunk. So if I do F3 and G, for those of you who don't know, you can actually see the chunk map. So we had one in this chunk and then one in this chunk. If they are the same type of spawner, like we just mentioned this, then you have to have them like a chunk apart, because if they're in this, like, you know, the side-by-side chunk, if it's the same type of mob that's in it, it will mess with the stack. Like, it will still favor the original stack that's there. But you could put, like, cows in this chunk, and then you could put rabbits in that chunk, which is kind of what we have. You know, because they're a different mob, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, if it's the same mob, you know, give them a chunk distance or a chunk gap between them. So basically, you can leave these machines running. As long as somebody's on this, AFKing this, they will run and the cows will keep dying, and all the drops you get, which the drops and stuff have changed. I will admit this machine was a lot more worthwhile before the drop changes, but I do feel like they've balanced it, and that's understandable. But you'll get leather, milk, steak, and I'll actually show you something else that you can repurpose the steak for, or the raw beef for, really soon. Sorry, I guess you don't get it as steak, but, well, now you know what I'm on about. So, alright. This was the Mark 1 machine, sorry, and the reason we have removed it is because the Mark 2 machine has come about. Now, the Mark 2 machine actually came about due to a very, very good friend of mine, which is Glad. So, we actually hopped over to Glad's island. I was showing her my farms one time, and Glad already had a farm set up, and she said, well, come and look at mine, this is what I've done with my farm. And essentially, Glad had a slightly different design to us. I mean, it was the same kind of concept in that, like, you know, the water's pushing the cows and, like, deciding on the magma block, but, like, everybody does that, you know, like, it's kind of the way to kill them is the magma blocks, right? Or as we like to call them, the hot plates. Well, Glad came up with hot plates, and I just started saying it now. It's kind of funny. But, essentially, this is the way Glad had hers designed. I mean, bar, like, I added slabs and stuff, but that's literally, like, cosmetic stuff. It's got, I mean, like, none of this has anything to do with design, so I just added it because I thought it looked pretty chill. But basically, Glad had attached a redstone clock. Now, I feel like such an idiot for saying this, because realistically, I've been playing Minecraft for like 8 years, and I didn't even think about a redstone clock, so thanks, Glad, because I'm absolutely useless. Apparently, there's actually supposed to be a repeater there, but I mean, someone's removed it. I'll leave them to it. But yeah, Glad had attached a redstone clock, and it obviously lined the spawners up. You know, it just looks a lot neater the way she had it. We had this ugly box, and it was like, it was not automated or anything. And the reason this is such a good design, honestly, is because this will allow you to use less spawners if you want. Because what this is essentially doing is, this is cutting the water supply off at a timed rate. So there you go. So if, for instance, you are a smaller player and you can rustle just enough money together to get one of these things built, and say you only have 2 spawners, well, that's probably not going to keep the stack alive constantly on the magma block, right? But what this will do is give enough of a gap here where, as you can see, the water's flowing, so push them there, and it will push their drops into the hoppers down there. What this means is that that gap right there, where it's cutting the water off, your stack can respawn. So you can have less spawners, but know that your cows will still be back to be killed. So this is why this design is so important and so useful. So enough jabbering on. I'm actually going to show you how to build this. It's really simple, which is why this video will probably be a bit shorter today and a lot more talking than actually building. But this thing as well, I'll explain in a second, because this is quite important if you have a high enough island level. But I do just want to get this out here for people who may not necessarily have a lot of spawners and or money, and they can only really start small with this thing. So we're going to hop over to another chunk, of course, so that we can build this thing really quick. As you can see, we have a ridiculous amount of spawners on ours. We don't need this many. We could repurpose them onto other farms because we have another farm over here, which, I mean, the cows won't spawn unless someone's in the chunk. So, you know, maybe they'll spawn in a second once I have, like, stood here for a minute. But, you know, there you go. See, they'll pop up like that, which is great. And that's what happens if your stack will despawn. You know, push it, boom, drops, easy. There you go. All right, so we're going to hop over to another chunk so we can build one of these things. In fact, I may even hop over to my Alts Island, or can I don't even know what level my Alts Island is. My Alts Island's, I want to say level 5, so I can place hoppers. I think I can place everything I need. So yeah, I'm going to hop over to my Alts Island and check this thing out really quick, because I don't know if I really want to build another one of these on my island. So we're gonna hop over there, be back, and I'm gonna show you guys how to build this. Yo, so as I'm making this video right now, they've just released the patch notes and stackable spawners have become a thing. So this design today may change a little bit from what we planned, but it's still doable. I mean, I think stackable spawners is just depending on how you want to stack them. So you could easily have 5 lots of spawners like this and have, I think, 10 spawners in each one or whatever. But dude, that's crazy. There's a loot box monopoly too, which, guys, all these loot boxes and stuff, I'm going to be streaming this on Twitch later. Hopefully this video goes out today. I'm really going to push to get it out, even if it's late. This video may even go live while I'm streaming. So I will be streaming on Twitch by the time you're watching this, or hopefully soon after. So come and watch, because that's where I'll be doing my loot boxes, and you'll get to see it before the next episode, before everybody else, which is kind of cool. So hop over, twitch.tv/YourGirlChar, link down below, check it out. And guys, we're going to build this beautiful cow grinder today. All right, let's go over to my Alts Island. So what you're going to need today, guys, and I feel like I'm on an art channel when I say this, is some building blocks of your choice. I don't necessarily want to say a number on this, so just bring as many blocks as you want. Just make sure you have some other blocks to build with. It could be dirt, it's up to you. But just bring a glowstone block, because I'll show you why, and I'm a bit antsy about it, but I don't think you really need one. But you will need a furnace, 7 grass blocks, well, a minimum of 1 spawner, preferably 2, maybe 3, but I'm going to use 10 for today's episode. 2 magma blocks can be found on the store. A lot of people don't know this, but you can just do /shop, not as in the server store, like purchasing, in-game, as in literally like your /shop, you know. I'm not talking about the buy with IRL money store. I'm talking about the in-game shop. 2 dispensers, 6 hoppers, or a minimum of 6 hoppers today, because you may want more chests than what I'm going to show you, but this is the minimum for what I'm going to show you anyway. 10 redstone repeaters, a minimum of 6 chests as well. Like I said, similar to the hoppers, if you want to stack up and have more chests for stuff to drop into, then you will obviously want more. 14 pieces of redstone, but I put 15 because I was really antsy about it, and I was like, has to be a, like a multiple of 5 or 0. And a collection chest. So, super easy, guys. I'm actually just going to hop straight into this with you all. And what we're going to do is bring F3G up, guys, so we can see that beautiful chunk grid. And I'm actually going to quickly buy myself some clay. And I'm just going to extend off of this island because I do want it in the chunk. I am really antsy again. I like having it in the center of the chunk, or at least somewhere in the middle of the chunk. So that is why you'll see me building here. So we're actually just going to go off the chunk map. And the reason I put it in the middle is just so that I know it's not right on the edge of the chunk to possibly cause any conflicts with another one I may put beside it. So, you know, I'm just being cautious. I'm a cautious person, okay? Contrary to popular belief, I'm a very, very cautious person. So, yeah, that's the one. But yeah, we're gonna fill this in really quick. And grab ourselves just about enough space to build this thing. And I'll show you why. It's so easy to make. Like, it's actually so quick, so easy, and I'm genuinely just, really happy that, oh my, can I fly today? My fly is too quick, okay? My fly is on, like, a perma sprint, and it's too quick. I'm not down for this stuff. Alright, so, I'm gonna go from the, pretty much, like, center and end of the chunk grid. So, what we're gonna do really, really quick is just place, like, 2 chests here. And you'll see why we're going to place 2 chests here in just a second. So, grab your building blocks. In fact, put your hoppers down in the chest first. Now, if you don't know about hoppers, I'm going to be super newbie when I say this, but literally, shift and right click in the direction you want the hopper to face. So, boom, it's facing the chest. Easy peasy right there. Next, what you're going to do is build backwards. So, we're going to build from floor level and kind of go up, just to keep you guys happy and understanding of this. Again, we are in the center of the chunk. Or not really in the center of the chunk, but we're going from at least one point or from one side of it at the center of the chunk, as you can see, like, so we're right in the middle of the middle line. So I'm going to take the chunk grid off. Hello. F3, go away. And then we're going to place our magma blocks. And the reason we're doing this is because this is where they're going to die, and the water is going to flow their stuff into this hopper and send it into this chest. Now, the reason I say the chests and the hoppers are optional is because I mean, a dub chest, I think, at the current spawn rates of loot, I would say a dub chest would actually be fine. But I do 4 dub chests just in case I'm standing there or someone else is standing there for a particularly long time and they can't access the chest. I know I can, so I make sure there is enough for them. So then what you're going to do then is place 4 grass blocks, and then you're going to place a redstone or a glowstone block, sorry, on this left one, and then do your other 3 around it. Now, the reason the glowstone's there is honestly just for light levels, no, although there shouldn't be a problem. Now, one big thing I would say with this is you need, I mean, I think there's P time now, I believe. P time day. Yo, there it is. That's kind of blinding, but basically a lot of people were having problems with this farm where it was not spawning cows, or sorry, it was spawning cows, but when the water went over the dirt, the grass was turning to dirt, sorry. God, I can't speak today. And that is because keep it at the sky. Make sure that it is in an open space and is as high as it possibly can be, conflicted by no other blocks, so that you can have that grass stay to where it should be, as grass, not dirt. So there you go. So what we're going to do then is line some blocks beside this, just like so. I'm in F5 just so you can get a better visualization of this. So as you can see, we're going to place some blocks beside it right there. Right at the end, we're going to place a block either side. Easy peasy. And what we're actually going to do over the top of this really quick is, I think what we're going to do is place a, in fact, no, we're not going to place a stair, sorry, we're going to place a slab like that so that there is a half block gap. Now, you're probably thinking, yeah, but if the loot's going to flow into there, then it's just going to go out the other end. No, it's not, because we're going to actually place some stairs just to block that off really quick. So, there you go. Easy peasy. And the reason the stairs are so important, or even if you wanted to place slabs, but the reason the stairs are so important is so you can still open the chest up. Stairs and slabs and leaves and stuff allow you to open the chest up, and glass. So if you did want to use glass or something, that would work as well. Alright, so then we're going to go a block out here and just wrap it around like so. And then we're going to place a block either side, and this is where our dispensers are going to come into use. So, boom, boom, have them facing this way and ready to flow the water that way. Oh, you do actually need water. That's one thing I didn't mention, is you will need water today. You'll need 2 buckets of water. Totally useless. I forgot about that. But, I mean, hey, someone's going to comment on it and be like, you didn't say about water, and then not watch this part of the video. So, if you're one of those people, I'm going to be having words, okay? I'm going to be having words. No, I'm joking. Let's go. All right, so beforehand, you would have probably needed, you know, I would have lined the spawners like so, and I think I probably will do. I'm still going to line the spawners like that, just because I like how it fills it in. And yeah, it just looks better. But I guess technically we could stack the spawners if we wanted. So you could take your spawners like this, and you could go, boom. Yep, there you go. So now it's say +2 times cow spawners, a total of 3. So if you right click it, boom, this block has 3 cow spawners in it. So I guess if you wanted to use less, to be less laggy, then, you know, stackable spawners, and then when you break it, you get the amount that was in the stack pack. But I'm going to be mean to the server and place them all like that. But that is just because I like the design of it, but I will probably swap mine over soon. So, looking back again to the back of the dispensers here, as you can see, there's nothing that's going to make these dispensers go anywhere. So, that's what we're going to do. So, we're going to place like a ring of blocks around the back here. So, my bad, we're actually going to go out by 5, sorry. And the reason we're going to do that is because you're going to want a duo set of repeaters. So on that 5th block, well, technically it's the 6th block, but the 5th block from where we went out from, you can come back and wrap this around, like I said. So make sure that you're going out 3 from the dispensers, and on that corner block, you're going out another 5 from it for a total of 6 right there, and then wrap it back around. So this is where our redstone and our repeaters are going to come into it. So what you're going to do is shift and right click your redstone onto your dispensers. If you don't know, you can't actually just right click redstone on, you have to shift right click because of the double functionalities of it all. And then what we're going to do is actually start going from this side to this side, just because it's easier to go, you know, from left to right around the side. And what we're going to do here is place ourselves another piece of redstone, a repeater, and we're going to place a little bit on the corner there. So when you get to this like middle bit here, you're going to place your 2 repeaters just really quick. Wrap it back around again by 3. You know, or this one was wrapped by 2. But, you know, visually, you can follow this, okay? I'm not going to explain every small step to it. I think you guys can see what I'm doing. Then at the back here, you're going to place 4 repeaters. Wrap it back around again by 3. Place 2 repeaters here. Wrap it back around again. And then place, oops. And then place your repeater there, and then connect to your redstone like so. So, you should have 10 repeaters here. you should have your 10 repeaters. You should have 3 on this kind of corner, 3 on this kind of corner, and then obviously you're going to have your 4 at the back. Now, before we do anything in terms of turning this thing on or putting the water in, this is really important. Make sure that every one of these repeaters is on the highest tick possible. Now, the reason this is so important for it to be as far back as possible on the repeater, like 1, 2, 3, there you go, boom. And the reason it needs to be on the 4th tick, guys, is because if it's going around too quick, that will cause the problem with the dirt as well. You need enough time for those cows to have a gap to spawn. This needs to be done. It's really, really important that they have enough time to spawn. Otherwise, if you have that low amount of spawners, they're not going to have that big enough gap as to where they can do it. So, let's put our water in. Now, you're probably thinking, right, so I built the whole thing, Char. I put my water in, and the one thing I did do with mine is I didn't want to see the top of the spawners, so I placed slabs visually just because I thought they were nicer. So I just covered it up with slabs like that, you know, kept it nice and contained, make sure everything stayed inside, especially the cows. And you're probably thinking, well, right, how the heck do you turn it on? Now, honestly, the easiest way to do this is probably a lever or a redstone torch. Simple as. What you're going to do is you're going to flick the lever really, really quick like this. In a second, I'm going to show you. You're going to flick it quick and then flick it straight off. So boom, boom. And what that's going to do is start a redstone clock. So this signal has nowhere to end. It's going to be constantly looping. And what it's going to do is just do exactly what I said. And every so often, it's going to push the water on for a bit to keep them there. And then turn the water off until it comes back around to turn the water back on again. I really can't talk today, can I? I'm having a proper problem. And as you can see, guys, it is as simple as that. That is the build. That is how easy it is to build this. Now, I probably overcomplicated it with what I say, just because that's the kind of person I am. But realistically, if you just want to build along with me and you don't need to listen to what I'm saying, this thing will take you no time whatsoever. And as you can see, these cows are going to die. Their drops are going to get pushed into that hopper. Now, I don't know if there'll be any drops yet, because the drop rates have gone down pretty far. And I think it does take quite a few cows now to get some drops, which is kind of a shame. But, you know, maybe one day, you know, here you go. Come on, please. Please, hello. Can we get some drops, please? It's actually kind of annoying, but over time, if you're standing here for a while, the drops do actually accumulate to a decent amount, so you'll get your money back. But this was kind of the additional thing I want to show you, which is why you needed the extra stuff, because you're probably thinking, well, you just said it's done, but I'm holding extra things. Well, this is where it gets interesting, because you can actually have these collection chests. Now, this is an optional thing. If you have a collection chest and you have IS level 5, which gives you the ability to place 2 of these, then you can actually do what I'm about to show you, and it is really, really cool. So the way these work is you can place them in a single chunk, and they will pick up the designated item that you specify in that chunk as soon as it drops. Now, if you as a natural, if it naturally drops, it will pick it up. If you as a player drop it, it will not pick it up, as far as I believe. So what we're going to do is actually start from the bottom on this one, because it's going to be a bit of a weird way to build it. So you're going to need a chest at the bottom like so, because this is where your final product is going to go. You're actually also going to need a hopper to the side of it, like so the stuff can go in. You're going to need a furnace on top of that, because whatever cooks in the furnace is going to go in, and you can see where this is sort of going. You're going to want a hopper on top of that, and this is where you're going to place your collection chest, and we'll specify what's going to happen with that in a minute, because at the back of this hopper, or the back of this furnace, you're going to place a hopper into it, and a hopper into that hopper that's on it, and then you're going to place a double chest on top like so. In fact, we'll just, we'll actually just move it over, because it floating is going to annoy the heck out of me. But yeah, you can place it on top like so, just to keep it really neat and compact. Now, what we're going to do with this is this collection chest, we're actually going to right-click it really fast. We're going to shift and right-click it, sorry. Right-clicking will open it, shift and right-clicking will specify what's going to go in it. As you can see, you can literally specify anything, like farming, mining, grinding. And what we're going to do is go into grinding, and we're going to tell it to pick up raw beef. Now, you can see where this is going. We should have some drops in here. As you can see, we have some raw beef. So, next time raw beef drops, it's going to pick up into here. It's going to get sucked out of here, go down here, and go into the furnace. Now, this is what this chest here for, you know, it's coming in handy for. So, really simply, you can use coal, but I'm going to be real with you, not worth. I would just honestly go and buy a whole, like, chest of stacks of wood planks, and this thing will work exactly the same way. This is exactly what I've done. It's just a really simple and easy way to do it. There's no point wasting your money on having loads and loads of coal. If you've got a ridiculous excess from mining it, then I guess use it. Realistically, I just filled this thing up with wood and pretty much filled the chest up, filled this hopper up, and filled this hopper up, and it literally lasts ages because the raw beef ratio isn't crazy. but it's enough to where you can get a few decent stacks of steak out of it, especially if you're adventuring. Steak is way more worthwhile. It sells for an alright amount, but adventure-wise, this is just a really nice additional thing to have. So what this is going to do, like I said, these are going to die. It's going to pick up their raw beef, drop it in the collection chest, send it down the hopper, send it through the furnace, and send it into this chest, and there's your final product. And guys, that is literally how you build an auto farm. It is so easy. I know it's been a lot of talking, but it's literally just like that. I can't even make it up. Like, it's kind of crazy how simple it is to do. So this is an optional thing. If you're a little bit higher up in the server, you got a better IS level, you got a little bit of extra money to spare, and you have the resources to do it, I highly recommend it. If we go back to my island after building this thing now, you'll see I have 2 of them on the go. With the same system, or at least this one has the same system, and it's just doing exactly what I was on about, and I have a couple stacks of steak in here, and I really haven't been AFKing this thing. I did AFK it for a few hours one of the nights, but realistically, I haven't been at it as much as I could be, but, yeah, I mean, we've had some decent drops from this. Someone's probably sold them recently, but maybe they haven't sold the ones in the other one. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's some in here. There's still some in here. That's not bad. Now, this one doesn't have the collection chest thing because you can actually only have 2 collection chests on an island if you have IS level 5. And you don't get any more until IS level 10, and you get 6 more of the collection chests. So our other one is on our rabbit farm right now, doing all the carrots and the rabbits to make our rabbit farmer stew. But hopefully in today's stream, guys, which is what I'm saying today's stream. Well, actually, honestly, this video is taking me way longer than I thought, so it may even go up. No, you know what? I'm gonna push for it to go up tonight, even if it goes up late while I'm streaming. We're gonna do it, okay? We're gonna do it. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna be streaming tonight, probably for a bit, probably still when this video goes out. So if you do wanna come and check out us potentially getting IS level 10, then you should hop over. But yeah, I'm actually just gonna sell everything in my inventory because I don't need it. So boom, boom, gone. There we go. Easy. Look. 7k in leather, a good amount of stuff in raw beef, and that was raw beef. We could have cooked that if we wanted and doubled our profits, but there it is. But guys, that is literally how you build the auto cooker thing. It's like so easy to build. I don't even know what to call it. It's just like the auto cooker. I mean, that's just as simple as it gets. It's just an auto cooker. That's literally what it is. It's like an auto cow grinder, something like that. But seriously, guys, it is not that difficult to build at all. It is actually super easy to do. And I haven't actually mentioned this too much in videos, but I built a giant public warp. That's kind of we have a diamond? Holy poop, we have a diamond. Yeah, we actually do. That's kind of dope, dude. That's actually pretty dope. But yeah, the public warp looks amazing. I'm going to show it more off in a video properly. I was hoping to actually do a video dedicated to the public warp, so that may be the next one. But if you have been here, it's just IS warp Char, guys. And don't forget, you can do /IS rate at 10. Because if you rate it 10, it bumps us up really high, and it really does mean a lot. But I hope you have all enjoyed today's episode. If it has benefited you, then smash a like on it, of course, because, you know, that's what we're out here to try and help everybody out in the server. And if you are new here as well, you want to see more from me, you can hit that beautiful subscribe button. It is much appreciated, guys. Thank you so much for watching today's episode of Cosmic Sky. You are all incredible. I hope to see you in the stream or the next episode. Thank you so much for being with here. And guys, I'll see you in the next episode of the beautiful, well, technically it's the wonderful, the beautiful, but, you know, Cosmic Sky. It's a great server. Check it out. Bye, guys!